What is it that you do?
Let's start.
Wait.
Hello. You should have to see the question.
I'll hear it anyway.
What's that one annoying thing I do? Guys, really? Look at
That's
that.
the question.
That's the question. What's the one annoying thing I do?
I hate it when he's like in the middle of a conversation, talking, and then he just starts yawning. What's that? Yawns.
I yawn.
And I feel like it's a forced yawn.
No, but the thing is sometimes I yawn without knowing. So I sometimes even yawn with my mouth closed.
And that's the thing, he doesn't yawn normally. It's always like, and what do you do? Like you're listening to the person,
But you're just supposed to listen to what I'm saying.
But
not
the yawn
look at
is-
what I'm doing.
but the yawn is part of
Hello, if you're coaching. Feel my
my
yawning.
question. Oh, mine is like
Type, that's just type.
my biggest turn on is ...
My biggest thing.
No, my biggest turn
The
on.
question is to me.
No.
Oh, I must finish though.
Yes. What's my biggest turn on?
Should I do it?
No. Wait,
Should I do it?
just say. But don't say everything. Just
Okay.
stuff.
Me whispering.
Oh, yeah, my ears are very sensitive.
It's the biggest.
I did it.
So if I find her like cooking, then it's
The thing is, he always does it at the most inappropriate time. Like,
I
it's
only
a
do it when
date
she's busy.
or like, yeah, he never. It's always a surprise. Yeah, so my ears have like a kind of
Yeah.
sensitive
I
area.
like to do it when she's cooking. Then smack it goes like it.
Then you eat before you eat.
Yeah, you know sis. You know sis.
Eat before you get eaten. You.
I always love when you.
I always love when you.
Dot.
So many things. One of them, I love it when you compliment me. He compliments me a lot, like too much, but I love it. And I know sometimes I stop you from doing it, but
Yeah, but it comes from back then. I'm a big introvert. Yeah, I'm a big introvert. So back then I never used to talk like openly. So she would always be like, "Oh, I'm dressed now. Say something." But I always used to think it. I'd be like, she looks nice, Yeah, and then I leave it there in my mind. It never comes out. Yeah, so now it comes out a lot. And she always does a lot of effort with the
yeah, but most of his compliments are always when I feel I'm down dressed, and he loves it when I'm not wearing makeup. It's always
she looks nice.
things that I don't really feel like, the times when I don't really feel like I look good.
Yeah, but
Or he'll always
talking
be
about
like,
the makeup
why
thing.
don't you wear that when we go out? Like,
Talking about sometimes you're talking about sometimes when she goes out alone, she dresses nice, guys. She dresses nice, and when we go out, it's like, oh, hello,
that's when I do most
where's the effort? No, just that simple dress thing you do when you go out alone. That's nice.
Aw.
Looks nice. And sometimes she lets people do her makeup for events. I'm like, I just say it looks nice, but she does her own makeup looks very, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been motivating and telling do your own makeup. Why do you let other people
So now
do your
I'm
makeup?
forced to do it myself.
Yeah.
I also want to be, feel a bit special when other people do it.
No. Trying me to
So,
do your makeup.
you said I do it well, so. What's our go-to song as a couple? That's easy.
Couple of songs though, except for a wedding song. A wedding song is who sings the song? I just know it's when I found love. Oh yeah,
BB and CC Wyman.
Yeah, it's
when
awesome.
I found love. When I found you. When I found you. No. I found love. I'm not a very good singer.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
Except from.
How come you get more questions?
Is it 3-3?
Okay.
This is my third one. Yeah. Why am I always hurting?
And then long.
If we could be an animal together. She loves this one. What would it be and why? Come on.
In his opinion, we would be ants. Like, who wants to be an ant? What is it stomped on?
I want to be an ant.
As being elephants, like two different, very different animals.
Why an ant?
I love ants. I don't know. There's a thing about ants.
They are admirers.
Apparently, yes, that's what he says.
Commitment and dedication is
They exist, you know.
unquestionable.
They can lift how much 6 times their own weight. You know, all of that.
Yeah, but they can't lift
They
an
work
elephant.
together. They can if they work together.
Babe, honestly.
But why elephants?
Exactly.
An elephant embodies so many characters. It's big. It has the perfect color to camouflage. It's a beautiful animal. Even the weight. It breaks trees for a
Breaks them
good cause
down.
to feed its babies.
Why can't you just leave the baby out?
And you know when it enters the room, it just moves the ground. Like it's just the way it drinks water, you know. No, I love my water. It's just
Elephant demolishes. You see in France one day.
Elizabeth.
You see the trees next to the house at the farm.
Yeah.
Elephants. You saw. You saw
For their babies.
You saw the crops at the farm.
Yeah.
What happened to the carrots? Carrots.
That's
Carrots.
unfortunate for us, but they're living their lives. It's the same thing. The ants also feel we are stepping on their homes. Elephants feel the same way we feel about.
And then come to
ants
our
feel
house.
the same way we feel
We
about
come to the
elephants.
ant's house.
It's the same thing.
I'll show you
It's
an
a
ant.
life.
Have you seen an ant house inside? Going below.
I've never seen an ant's house inside.
I will show you. Next question.
I thought we're done.
6.
Drum roll, please, for the most important question.
Bro,
Oh, it's long.
it's a long one.
What's the most memorable gift you've ever received in our marriage or relationship?
Wow.
This is a good question, and I'm happy it comes from me. Because I want to know, because I'm a gifter. I love gifting him.
Okay, I've had so many.
And I'm very intentional on gifts. Let's see if he remembers.
I've had so many gifts. The one that gets me very sad is Zoe.
Silent and tear.
That's
Oh,
Zoe, our first daughter, our firstborn. That was our first blessing, and that was the memorable gift I've ever gotten, apart from the other materials.
oh, you're quite teary.
Yes. I mean, to take you guys back, why I'm emotional about this is our kids' names come from 2006. That's when we gave our kids names. Or we're like, I want a daughter. Okay, we're gonna name her Zoe. And then she was like, next we're gonna get a son. It will be Zach.
Remembered by God, because God will remember us and say, okay, you're gonna get a son after you got a daughter.
Yeah.
And he'll remember us.
So those names were given in 2000s.
And who's me there?
Zoe came 2000 and
What? What is Zoe? 10
No,
years later.
10 years later. And after that we had Zach. He's now what, 3 years old, 10 4.
That was 4 years later. God Zachary.
Yeah, so that has been my gift. Apart from the nice watches and but coming back
Nice
to
engraved watches.
no, that's what I'm saying. Coming back to like the question says, she always looks up. I always fail at that most of the time.
He asks me for a list, which never gets
I
rid.
always ask for a gift list. She will even give 10 things on the list. She gets none of them. I give what I give. But yeah, she
But he
always
gives
looks
from the
up
heart.
and she always checks, if we turn 5 years in our marriage or based on my birthday, she would give according to that. So yeah.
Oh.
It was a pleasure, baby. That's the last
questions.
It's a
I
pleasure.
don't make up on my. Ish.
Who's gonna tell the
Yun
story?
We can have both sides, both versions.
Yeah.
No version, hair vision.
You can start.
Okay, I'll do the bit of an intro. 'Cause I don't want to. Oh yeah, because we're not sure about the year. I think we know the year, but the relationship has been so long that a lot has happened. But yeah, we met at UNAM. I got to UNAM in 2004, I think. Yeah. We met in 2005. Yeah, how did I meet you? I stayed in the hostel at UNAM. First, I stayed old hostel, new hostel. I stayed at this.
How about you? It's about us.
Yes, I'm explaining
To
how
the
we met.
part where we met.
I can't just say it. They have to know how. Okay.
So you were staying at which hostel?
Old hostel, new hostel. Okay, I was staying in the hostel.
He was at both hostels, we get it?
Yes. So, at the old hostel, there's a place we call dining hall. So we always used to sit in front of it. It's known as DH now, dining hall. So me and my boys always used to sit there on the benches, bench boys, in between classes. So this lady always used to walk up and down there for one or other reason. I don't know why. With a lab coat, apparently. She was studying science. Yeah, so she always used to walk past there. And then, moment of silence when she walks past with the boys. And at the end, we're like, Gen Z. So, I always felt, yo, out of my league. 100% or 200, 500% out of my league. It would just be like, one day I will say hi. One day I will say hi. And then, yeah, I think one other day, random day, she walked past and I think we're just like two friends sitting. It's like, hey, the other guys are not there. So if she doesn't say hi back, I would be embarrassed, So I was like, hi stranger. And then she didn't hear. It's like, hi stranger. She's like, who's a stranger? It's like, you. You've not been walking past here that often anymore, so you're a stranger to me. So that was the first conversation we had. That's how we met.
Yeah. And then I think it happened again
Yeah, many times.
a few times
The hi
where
stranger.
he'd be like, hi stranger. And they said there all the time, stalker. And I'd walk past on my way to the lab and he's like, hi stranger, hi stranger, hi stranger. Until one day he actually escorted me to the labs.
Yeah. I was wondering where this lady is going with the coat. It's like always a coat. Is she a doctor? A nurse on campus? Yeah, so yeah.
You have humor. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that is how we met.
Yeesh.
My impression of you,
Yeah.
I was like, this guy has nice legs, almost similar to mine, but he's a sexier. And he seemed very, very nice, humble, sweet. In many few
You
words.
tasted me.
Oh, he was sweet. I mean, who escorts a stranger to the lab? And I always had like a
very
lot
cute
of
stranger, yeah. Yeah, very cute.
yeah. He would always
From
carry
my
his
side,
bag.
it was actually the same. Her legs. So that's what we would all gaze at, like, oh, KK Tama. So, and the hair. She always had cute hair, things going on.
You like my hair, really?
Remember when we said at Independence?
Oh, hair.
think she had done her hair freshly. And yeah, it looked nice. Ah! No! Not the
Something, yeah? No.
Why you don't want a recent date? A more recent date?
Your first date.
guys.
So this guy is a lover. He's really, really romantic, and I didn't even expect that we're gonna have a date. So homeboy invites me to his dorm, and I was actually for some reason always around there. And yeah, but I lived off campus. So he invites me over and he's like, no, if you're free, can you just, come over? And I didn't expect it to be a date. And I get there and it's candlelight in his dorm room. Homeboy made some mac and chicken. It was a meal cooked in the hostel, in those hostel kitchens.
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
Cooked it in the microwave.
But it tasted so good, guys. Like I never ate food cooked by a man. Okay, besides my dad who's a chef. That was so good. It was really, really good.
Now I cooked it in the microwave in my room.
Really?
Really?
You cooked it in the kitchen?
Nope. Everything in the
What
microwave.
did you guys have?
Macaroni and chicken.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he had like a little cute setup in the middle of his room. And those old hostel rooms, it's basically like
But it's about 3
you don't actually have
meters
a
by
lot of
2,
space.
3 meters by 2
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
It's very small.
But the homeboy managed to bring in a table and 2 chairs and it was
Candles. Many candles.
Yes.
it was really, I mean, it's not your ideal whatever, meal at a restaurant or whatever, but the sentiments, the efforts that went in there, I mean, imagine in a microwave. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not noodles. It was good. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite memories of it.
Yeah. That was
It was nice.
It was stressful though.
Really?
Yeah.
I caused you stress
Yeah.
for a meal.
I had to think like,
He causes me stress now because it's like, what are we eating tonight? What are we?
because I had to think of, okay, what can I cook that's a bit out of the ordinary that she might like. So, I mean, normally I would just do my pasta and whatever or something. So, cooking chicken in the microwave was a bit of a challenge. Yeah. And the setup, yeah, I just brought a table in, those study tables, 2 chairs.
Yeah, literally a desk.
Yes. Didn't I put something over it?
Yeah, it had a tablecloth.
Yeah, 100%, man.
No, it's a good, very good. It looked really nice.
I tried.
Even the setup, it was
Yeah.
nice.
Back then, like I said, I was an introvert, so I didn't really think of, although there might have been bugs to go out to. It was then.
But it's
I thought these or whatever.
It was really
I just
least
figured, no,
expected.
this is what I would do. It's my space. Yeah.
Aww.
Honestly, I did not know. Yeah. But I had a challenge. Because when I first met Nampa, I thought, okay, I want to meet this person. I want to know this person. But I had a lot of challenges in terms of people that talk me down. Back then, you guys remember the triple C's or what was it? Cash car, what? Back then we had that, no? You remember that?
What?
Yeah, it was the triple C's, but I think it was cash car, I don't know, card or whatever it was. But we had that.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So the funny thing is, I took up on the challenge. I was like, I want to know this person, despite what I hear of them. Them meaning the group that she was, they used to like going out, have fun, not in a bad way, but they were the party girls. Yeah, so funny story, short story, is my barber at the time was her cousin at UNAM itself. So besides the high stranger, she used to come to the cousin. Because he had cash, instant cash. Because every time he cuts us, he has cash. So I actually asked him before the point I was cutting, then she came through the window. She never used to come inside. I don't know why she by the window. And she talks to the cousin, she gets whatever, she's off. Continues cutting him like, Kasha, who's it? No. My cousin. Nampa. I'm like, oh, okay. I pretended not to know. I pretended, you know.
You've not seen her.
I've not seen her. It's the first time I see her, so I asked him. And then he's like, it's my cousin. But that one, my brother, you won't make it there. You won't make it there. Forget it. You won't make it. I was like, good. This is more motivation.
Yeah.
So let me get to know this person. So that's how I was motivated to know her. And once I got to know her, I was like, thank you, God. I think this is the person I want to be with.
What was it?
Her personality. You know, her personality sparked me. Like I said, I was very introvert. So once I was with her, I lit up. I lit up. So even if we go to occasions, people will always be like, yo, Nampa, Glenn. You said Glenn is introvert. What's happening here?
He takes over.
It's because I'm with her. She brings that spontaneous side out of me. Yeah, you know. So that's when I knew this is a person that changes me. I'm not the same person. You know? If I'm alone, I'm this person. But when I'm with her, I am, you know, amplified. Which means I can be different, which is very good. Because you don't want to be with somebody and you're still feeling the same, like you're alone. You shouldn't feel like you're alone. You should feel like you're with somebody. So that's when I knew she is.
Oh.
Nampa? Yeah.
What? Ditto. Me too. So many things, hey?
Yeah. I want to hear it.
I think it at the beginning, I didn't. I also didn't. I was like, this guy is not serious. Like, what him and I? No, I don't think it's gonna work out. But I think what drew me to him was his persona of being what I wasn't. Like, it's as though it's the opposite of what he's saying, kind of, because I felt like he completed me. His patience, I'm not patient. He's so patient, you know? And his humbleness, not that I'm not humble, but when he's around people, you know, he's a people's person. He's easy to like, you know? He draws into the crowd easily. He's not a socialite, but he's very likable. And the conversations, and then the most important thing was the fact that we were always in sync. Till now, like back then, till now, even the other day, we ended up saying the same word. Like, we'd look at each other and think about the same thing. It was just so weird.
So weird.
Yeah. And like, we were on holiday and whatever, and he got a drink from the fridge. It was a Savannah. And then we looked at each other and we were like, Savannah. Like, you know,
Yeah, that was the
like we clicked, like when I didn't least expect it. You know, he was just, but most of the time, like, you know, even at times when I felt like I don't want to pray, you know, then he wants to pray. He's always what I'm not at that moment. Like, I'd be sad and then he would be happy. So it would, you know, when we come together, then, you know, it all just makes sense when I'm around him. Yeah, I think that's when I knew that this was the dude for me.
Wow.
Not a due date.
I really have to think on this one.
Yeah.
Because the reason being is that we're together for so long before we got married. We met in 2005. We got married 2014.
Yeah.
And in that span, we were with each other's families, you know. If there's a wedding, I would invite her, you know. So it's a bit tough But the weirdest thing I ever did in terms of the Vambo thing, or the first time I entered like the house when mom was there, was eating chicken feet. I will
he ate a
never
lot of
forget that. We had the Mr. and Miss Yunnan pageant thing, which we both took part in.
Yeah.
For one or other.
Yeah, that was, I think, when we drew closer.
Yeah, we got very close at that. And then, for one reason, the whole, what is it, how do you call them? We that took part in the pageant, contestants. Yeah, ended up at her mother's house for one or other reason. I don't know how.
I think I know why. It actually synchronizes with the other question though. She asked how I felt that you and I should be together. When we did the pageant and we were contestants, my mom just decided, like, that's my favorite contestant.
That was her biggest.
Glenn was her favorite contestant. And she was even there explaining, you remember the guy? The one that was having the backpack, that was explaining about his family.
You guys weren't dating that time.
No, we weren't dating, and because they wanted everybody to know the contestant quite well. So everybody had to like explain their background or just have like a very special.
It was the first of its kind.
Yeah. So he had this great idea, introduce his family, put pictures on a backpack. And my mom was like, that guy is family orientated. That one, hey, is my favorite. That's just for her to meet him now, because when we went back home and my mom had like a braai or something and they came over and we had the chicken feet. He was finishing all the chicken. We finished all the
munching those things. munching like straws.
I think, yeah, you did.
Yeah, but the other cultural shock would be, you know, when we got engaged, the weighing process, that was a little bit weird to me as well. Because we came, we spoke to the mom and the uncles the first time, and they were like, yeah, no. I was worried, we can hear you. Yes. Which daughter? I'm like, brother, I'm only 2 here. The other one is too young to get married. So, hello, we're talking about the eldest one. You know, that's there. Then I had to explain, no, Nampa. Oh, call Nampa. Then they call her out.
Called it.
Yeah. Is it this one? Are you sure it's this one? I'm like, yes.
They called dinner at a time.
Oh yeah, they first called dinner out. yes. They said Nampa come out, and then her sister came out. One of her father's daughter came out. I'm like, hey, not this one. They're like, Nampa, come out.
So they like doing plays.
Plays. Now she came out. I'm like, yes, this one. They're like, okay, it's fine. We hear you. Please come back later so we can discuss. I'm like, we're here now to discuss. Why do we come back later to discuss? So that was a shocker. So we respected that. We went back after a few months. We came back. We're like, okay, we had the talk back then. Here we are again, as you said, to ask. Then they had to call again. Is it this one? Yes. After that, again, we had to come back the traditional way now.
Yeah.
You know, with the who's and the baller story talk and, you know, to conclude on it. Plus, which was nice is they actually allowed us to do the Damara tradition as well at the same time. Putting on of the earrings, the rings, sharing the watches, which is very nice. And that's something I've not seen in terms of other damaras, you know, getting married to other outside, that they allow you to actually do that. So it's I've not seen it, but with us, like I said, mom was she had my back. So
Favorite son.
So that was I think that's one of the cultural shocks I had.
My shocker, I think nothing really at the wedding. But because the thing is, I grew up around damaras, so everything that I'd experienced, you know, I've already experienced in my childhood. So I think it was during within the 10 years that we've been married. It's gonna be 10 years this year. So So yeah, I think no, it was actually quite right after we got married, and I started getting phone calls from like the cousins, and they asking for permission for things or to borrow, like, and then I was like,
Number.
Aussie number. Yeah, they changed my name. Everything, like whatever they want to ask him, they'd ask through me. And I was like asking him, like, is this how you guys do it? And he's like, yeah, no, usually
That's how it.
they seek for permission from the wife first. And so that was a shocker. And it's quite interesting and sweet.
Yeah. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because she uses straight. It was nice.
I just thought they thought like she's new, so maybe she won't say no.
I'll say that. Yeah, you stand your ground, otherwise they run away.
I'm that girl, so.
Okay, so you guys said you guys are kind of married for 10 years now. 10 years,
In
So
marriage.
Yes. In marriage. That's in marriage. But we've been together for.
I need a calculator. I really need a calculator.
Teenager. I think this year would be 18 years.
Yeah, I think about 18 years together.
Okay.
As a husband, I think honestly I had challenges. I still do, I think. Being open to conversate. But in the past couple of years, it's something that I've been learning to do, and I've taught myself, even at a recent wedding for a friend of mine, that came to thought that I actually have a best friend,
Mm-hmm.
I have, when I wake up, I have somebody to lean on or to have a conversation with, to say, this is what's going to happen today. This is what I'm going through. How should I deal with it? And it's still hard. And she knows it. It's still hard for me to do that. And that is something she has been teaching me through the years. I am open to a point. But there are times where I withhold because I feel, traditionally you're like, I'm the man of the house. Am I? There's certain things the wife shouldn't know, Is that what's the bill paid? Yeah, it's paid. Is it really paid? But those are things you learn throughout the marriage, to be open, number one. And I think even, just to inform you, my mom's, as tradition, when you go New Year's, like to the parents, you have these conversations and you have, how do you call them? New Year's resolutions and stuff.
Oh.
So my mom's New Year's resolution for me this year, you're not there obviously, was, she said, make your wife your best friend. This year, make sure that your wife is your best friend. Forget about the 5 friends you have, because literally I only have 5 friends.
He does.
She said, forget about the 5 friends you have. I want you to make your wife your best friend. So that is what I have been grasping and crafting in the 10 years that we've been. Besides all the other lessons, that has been the hardest one for me. And I think I have a very good best friend, bestie.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what have I learned over the past 9 years? I've learned a couple of things, and I think the very first lesson I had to learn was submission. At the beginning, it was actually quite hard, to allow somebody to do everything for you. He literally took over, like as a gal, like you're there having your dreams, you're like, you want this first car, you want this and whatever. homeboy already had it set out. Like, who buys you a car already that's personalized? You know, like he's that type of person that just wants to take
Oh, she was
over.
personalized?
Yeah, but not the current one. My first car.
Mm-hmm.
He actually,
That's
yeah.
where it started.
That's where it started. The Osho was actually not the current Osho. Was a different Osho. And yeah, so I had to learn to submit, to allow him, you know, to spoil me. Like even when we were in varsity, you know, I'd know like we're both, you know, starting from humble beginnings. He would spoil me like expensive perfumes, you know, something you wouldn't expect from another scholar. And he would spoil me, and you know, like he'd really take over. Like I had to just give in. And besides submission, obviously communication. I'm very big on communicating.
Oh.
I always tell him, you know, whatever I feel, I need to let him know. Like we need to talk about everything.
They're sleeping.
Maybe.
Are you sleeping?
I know he's sleeping, but that's how the conversation
Are you sleeping? If you ask me a message, obviously I'm gonna wake up. Come on. Baba, are you sleeping?
I'm just making sure this person is.
You can hear me.
Yeah. So communication, I'm very big on communication. You know, I love us to be on the same page. And if the day didn't settle that well, you know, I feel like we need to run through it, or planning ahead. I love planning ahead, like talking about the next day. And yeah, I think thirdly, I think like in his family, it's the fact that his dad is the cook. That was weird because I was like, where's your mom? Like, what's she not? The first time I met his dad, because we used to commute a lot to Sokop because he's from Sokop, and we would like come from there with the Kumbis. I would go to my family, he'd go to his family. But then when we go back, we meet again at the Kumbis and whatever. And so the first time I met his dad drops him off at the Kumbis, and he's like, yeah, no, imagine were we dating? I think we were dating.
Yeah, we were dating.
And then the dad rocks up with him, and he comes with a biki with meat.
For you?
No, for me, he cooked me meat. He's like, yeah, no pakos. And I was like, oh, nice. So your mom is nice. My dad who made a naked the neck. No, hopeful come out for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's for sure.
okay, that's sweet. Yeah, that was very, very sweet. Yeah, that was, yeah, it's something different, but it was really beautiful. I think also something else that I've learned in the years that we've been together is the fact that, you know, I've always had the fear of being alone. And it's something where I realized over the years that I don't like being alone. And even the Bible says like two come together to become one. And that was the very most important thing. And the fact that we love doing things together, praying together. You know, I'd wake up praying and I was like, okay, I just realized I'm not alone, because they say when more than one come together, you know, your prayers are heard. And yeah,
I actually tell her to wake me up. Like if I go to bed first, I'm like, wake me up before you sleep, so we can.
Yeah, and it's not just like biblically, you know, in chores. When I cook, he's washing the dishes. You know, I never cook.
I buy a washing machine.
We have a dishwasher.
I wash the dishes. That's why I said I have the dishwasher.
Yeah, and you know, there'd be days that I'm really tired, and he'd take over. You know, he would be like, "No, okay, I'm on the decks today." You know, so you realize that you're not. You're like there thinking, oh, okay, I need to bathe the kids. I need to do this. You're prepping your day. When you come home, the kids are already bathed. You know, exactly. You're not alone. So I've had to learn how to divide my chores. Oh, and another thing that we still struggle with, compromising. You know, we don't fight that nobody is compromising. We fight because everybody wants to compromise. Like everybody wants to do it. Like, no, but I was gonna do it for you. Like, fight about that. So we fight a lot about compromising, and that's one thing I've learned, which is also where submission comes in, because I've learned to, okay, let me let you compromise. Yeah.
I hate compliment. Yeah, like letting you do it. Like,
Yeah. Too, which is why we fight about it.
if I can do it, why can I not do it?
Yeah.
Biggest myth is that it's hard. Marriage, it's not really hard. Marriage is a joy. It's a big joy. Everybody always thinks things should change. You know, once you get married, you can't leave your cup away, or especially, you know, new couples that have not stayed together, that start staying together, or it's like, now I cannot leave my brush day or whatever, you know. Marriage is a joy. You learn to adapt, you learn to communicate, like we were saying now. And I think the biggest joy is waking up next to someone, you know, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you're safe, you know. So I think the biggest myth is that marriage is a challenge. Yeah, sure, marriage is not perfect. You know, we learn, we evolve, we teach each other, you know, we grow together. It's a process, but it is a joy to be in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Glenn says, marriage is a journey. So technically it's a learning curve, because every day you are learning new things. And the biggest myth I think I've heard is the fact that the first 5 years are the hardest. I think it's a lie. It depends on what you embody as a couple. Because if you set your foundation on love, especially God's love, if you set everything on love between the two of you, nothing can go against it. I mean, I've learned that there'll be days that, you know, he would be here, you know, and that's the lovely thing. He would want to make peace, you know. He never goes to bed without kissing me goodnight. And I'm just like, okay, here we go again. You know, it's the love that draws you together, no matter what you withstand. So even in those first 5 years, it's if you decide those are going to be the first 5 difficult years, then it's going to be like that. But it just depends on how you guys decide how you're going to live, how you're going to act towards each other, the respect towards each other. You know, if you set your boundaries, you know how you need to treat your partner. You come into your house to your husband, you know, I'm going to bring life and not a knife. That is how you're going to live. You don't have to decide, because people say that it's not how you should be. So yeah, love is beautiful, guys. And
what I always used to do is, you know, you have those fights. You know, in the middle of the night, I'm like, bruh, good night.
that's when I think.
And I kiss her. She's like, why are you kissing me? I mean, we still fighting. I'm like, okay, after I kiss you, or after this fight, are we still going to be together now? You understand? If we're gonna be together, we might as well kiss and argue at the same time. Why can't we not make love and argue at the same time? You know, if this is gonna split us, then, you know, we might as well not.
I'm used to being the peacemaker, so
So I'll be there kissing her. I'm like, yeah, we might as well make it up while we're arguing. Because we know tomorrow we're going to be together.
yeah.
So why must we still now fight? One is on the other side, the other is on the other side, throwing dishes or whatever. Might as well be here cuddling and arguing.
Yeah.
You know?
The fact that you love each other, it conquers everything. When they say love conquers all, it means that love will bring respect. Love will bring joy. Love will end an argument. Love will bring God. Love conquers. So yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
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 I've had many of those. He's always got me. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, 4 years back, 5 years back, I left my work. And I was like tiptoeing, but
Yeah.
wondering-
Starting your own thing now.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, wondering what to do. And, you know, I'm in accounting, you know, so I think the gift she got me was a printer and a laptop to say that you got this. You can do this. You don't have to worry. You can do this. So, yeah, in such challenges, she's always been there, you know. She has always been there to say, cut your back. This is what you can do. And she gives me the tools. She gives me the tools and say, look, put stand up, yo. It's nothing about you crying or you can't do it. Stand up. There you go, you know. So she equips me. Be it, you know, like I said, printer, laptop, she bought me to do it. Spiritually, she's been honestly the strongest one spiritually. She always has the book ready and says, hello, como se lees? Como se lees? This is what it says, you know? So, yeah, there has been times, like I said, 4 years back, that's when I actually went on a work journey alone. And ever since then, I've been working on my own, and she's been pushing with me.
Yeah. That's the thing. With marriage, you carry each other through it all. Partner being what you're not at the moment. It's your partner being your strength when they're not strong, and or when you're not strong. And a similar thing happened to me as well before I went on my entrepreneurship journey. In fact, he's the one that pushed me. Even before that, before I went to do my master's, he was like, okay, we're going to be studying. And I thought we were going to be in this together. He pushed me into it. He's like, okay, you do it. But he pushed me so well. You know, I had to grieve for my mom and study, but every time I fall, he would be there to lift me up. And even like with my job, when it was not going well, he's the one that said, okay, this is where it stops. You know, you're joining me now in this entrepreneurship journey, and we're on this together. You know, on the rainy days, you know, he would be there. We would talk about it, talk through it, and just carry each other through it, through the mud. You know, there'd be days where you don't even want to talk about it because, I mean, it's there. So why talk?
She's the talker.
Yeah, I'm the
Break it
talker.
up like, hello, now remember this thing. We still didn't talk about it.
Communication is key, guys. So yeah, like whatever you guys are going through, because you don't know what's in the other person's head. You can be synchronized. Like I say, we're usually synchronized, and he's not a talker, but I think the fact that we love each other so much, I'd feel it. I'd like feel it in my gut when he's down, or I'd feel it when something is just not right. I don't have to be told. And I think that's where the Holy Spirit comes in, where they would tell you that, okay, your partner is not okay. You know, as much as you feel like you now want to argue, he needs another side of you now, you know, bring that another day. So yeah, so that's what it is.
No peace. Bye-bye. I appreciate you. I love the way you love me. And I love the way you turn me to not only a man, but a husband and a father. The joy you bring to me and our kids is unexplainable. The love that you share from your side. I have no words to really say. I love you. I'll always love you. I thank you for pushing me, allowing me to be open, and allowing me to grow in our relationship. I know I stress you.
Sometimes.
I know I've Make you cry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Please know that I'm always here for you. Yes. And will always be here. No matter what. Okay.
okay. Thank you. I'm truly grateful to God for granting you to me. I'm grateful to the parents for having birthed you and bringing you to our lives. I'm really, really appreciative of everything you do for our family. You are an amazing father. I think sometimes I get jealous with the relationship you have with our kids. But it's in the person that you are. You're likable. You're a people's person. You are humble. You stand for peace and serenity. And that is what you are. And you embody my peace. When I need my calm, you are my calm. I'm truly grateful for having you into my life. I love you so, so much. Even at times when I just want to run and just, bite your head off.
Yeah.
I love you. I love the person that I am when I'm around you. You breathe life into me. You bring love into me. You've taught me so many things that I never knew one could feel. And I know that you're just a person, and I appreciate you having taught that. And you helped me build my relationship with God in a stronger way, and I appreciate that. I truly love you, and I love the person that you've become. I love the person that you were. The growth that you've built up. I love the fact that you push me. I just love you. I love you. I love you, babe. Thank you for everything. Well, thank you.
Karen.
Oh, I even forgot to show.
Yeah.
I already showed
But I think you just need to repeat the last part.
Okay.
The last part.
Hey.
Yeah.
I already know my
Because the
answer.
introduction we always nice.
Okay. Hi guys. I'm Liz Hei-Gausebs,
I'm Glenn Hei-Gausebs.
and we are the Hei-Gausebs. Know guys that love always wins, and let it end in tears, but only.
Joyful tears.
So you can follow me on Instagram on Liz_Osho_Hey, or you can go to my business page by
Fine.
_Liz_Nam. Thank you.